Quick question. If February ended today, would your career be better or would it be exactly the same? Welcome to February. My name is Anita Adefuye, and I want to let you know how you can leverage February for career growth. So, this month is when a lot of career action really starts to happen, but only for those who know how to use it right and leverage it. So, the first thing you want to pay attention to, I want you to pay attention to realize, is that hiring actually picks up in this month. Why? Budgets get approved, recruiters are active, and hiring managers are looking to, they already know what they want and they know what they have resources for to get what they want. And so, how you can leverage this is ensure that your resume is refreshed and that you follow up on recruiters, hiring managers. It's always a good time to reach out, and so that way you're top of mind for them. Because believe me, if they have a position, it is who's top of mind for them, but also making sure that you have really tightened your story about yourself and your position. The second thing I want to highlight is that this is when goals and performances actually begin, or at least the conversation really starts to kick in. All right. On one hand, they're wrapping up the year, so there's performance review expectations, and then on the other hand, they're planning for the new year, so there is career goal plans ahead. So how can you leverage this? You want to make sure that you book a check-in, okay, with your manager, with your supervisor. You want to ask what skills matter. You want to make sure that you get visible early. But before you even do that, you want to make sure that on your own, you have sat down, you have reflected for the year, and you have taken stock of all your career successes. I really hope that you do keep a career success journal. Okay, and you also identify lessons learned, you've identified gaps, you've identified where and how you want to upskill for the next year, what professional developments you want to engage in. And once you have done that, you want to make sure that you have your value proposition on why you deserve to have that. And if there's a promotion that you realize that you might deserve, then you want to make sure you have your story and your facts straight on why you deserve that promotion based on what you've identified in your career success journal and journey for that year. Okay, so the third thing that I want you to pay attention to is networking gets easier around this time. Why? People are more open to conversations because they start to feel more settled. They're wrapping up the year, the fiscal year especially, so they feel more settled. Okay, so what can you do? This is the time you also want to start sending out coffee chats, okay? This is the time you also want to show up to one event or the other, or you follow up. The thing about a month like February is that it's sort of a breach. It's sort of the month right after January where things slow down. The festivities are over in December. People are a little more grouchy in January because they've spent money they don't have. I hope not. But then by February, they're a little calmer because they've gotten paid at least one salary or one check. And so they're a little calmer. And so it's easier to talk to people. I don't know. And maybe it's the Valentine too. There's love in the air. So people are more open in February than they would be in January. So you want to book time with people and see. And also there's the winter break. So for people who have kids, they tend to also take time off around February, and people feel more relaxed when they're taking time off. I don't know why, but I'm sure there's a science that makes sense. All right. Now, I want to specifically shift and talk to newcomers to Canada, new professionals especially. Now, if you're new to Canada, February is huge, huge, huge. All right. This is the time for you when you're doing your resume refresh or maybe brand new. You want to make sure that you're focusing on Canadian style resumes. It's a good time. Everything I've said applies to you, but only just very unique to you in that you're booking informational interviews. This is a good time. You're asking questions around workplace culture. February is also Black History Month. And so because of that, there are a lot of events that tend to go on around different workplaces in recognition of that. So you're using that to learn about workplace culture. Okay, so these are some of the things that I just want to highlight because every month has some sort of unique position that it brings with regards to how it can help your career. All right, think of it as a time of alignment. Okay, there are certain months that are times of alignment that really work well to leverage and just sort of catalyst your career journey. February is one of those months for sure. And I just wanted to bring that to note. So it's not just a short month, all right? It's a very powerful month. And I do say so myself. It also happens to be my birth month. So yes, I'm not biased. It's just the truth, all right? But don't waste it. That's the point. Don't waste it. Okay, so if this helps you, you can follow me for more career tips. And especially if you're building your career in Canada, this is a page you really want to be on. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you.